Alright, today I just want to show you the realistic simplicity of trading. I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing the last month in order to make consistent profits, and hopefully make you realize that technicals aren't really something you should be overthinking. So before I get into everything, let me show you a really quick breakdown of what my strategy is. So all we're looking for is a big push up, creating a demand zone, then for price to move down, creating a level of liquidity, just like this, and then for price to break the high, just to the left here, this one right here, and then to come to the zone and give a good reaction. Obviously it looks different with different kinds of price structures. Right here we came up, made a level of liquidity by just having this little low here, broke the high to the left and came down to the zone. Right here we came up, came down, made a level of liquidity, broke the high and came down to the zone. Same thing right here, came up, liquidity, broke high to the zone. And once again right here. This is a very simple strategy, and I just want to show you how I've used this month to just have it's one of my best months in a while, to be honest. But I just want to show you how little trades I've taken, how simple it really is. So yeah, let me just get into this. So I'm just going to go through the entirety of March, really. Like I said, it was a very good month for me, one of my best in a while. Those of you in the Discord know that it was a pretty good month overall. So for our first setup of the month, this was what we had. This is also one of our best setups of the month, giving us 8.5%. We had our demand zone, which was the black candle before the big push up, came down, created our level of liquidity. It was actually a really strong level of liquidity because we came down multiple times right here. Then we came up, breaking the highs to the left, and then came directly down to the zone, reacting, enter on the bullish close. And yeah, this was a really simple trade, to be honest. This is one that you would just never skip out on if you know the strategy. But the main focus of today isn't really the setups themselves, it's how little setups I've taken and how simple it is to make profits. So this is the first one, really nice trade overall. It's done everything that we like to see with the strategy, and that put us at a huge buffer on the month, which made it so that when we took this loss on Germany 30 as the next trade, didn't really matter at all. We generally risk 1% per trade, so that GJ trade netted us 8.5% profit. So when we lose a trade like this, it is completely fine. Let me go into replay mode and break down what was happening here. This is a pretty nice trade overall. We're very bullish. Once again, came up, made our demand zone, which was the black candle before the big push up. Then we came down, made our level of liquidity. This is the level of liquidity right here. We take that out before reacting from the zone. We came up, broke the high to the left, and then came directly down to the zone. This is a really nice setup overall. Then we gave our bullish entry. This is where we entered. And if this won, this would have had a very good target of probably a 1 to 10. But once again, simplicity of trading. It lost. There's nothing deep about it. It's a nice trade. We took it. Our analysis was completely fine. Usually a setup like this would win. Like the majority of the time, a trade like this would win on most pairs. Well, most pairs that we trade at least. I can't speak for everything, obviously. I haven't tested everything. But generally, a trade like this on an effective pair with the strategy would be winning. You don't really have to look at this and deep it. Well, why did this lose? What was against this? What can I do better? This is just a loss. And that's just a simplicity of trading. Not every trade is going to win. You can't expect every trade to win. You can't just overthink every trade that you take to give it a reason to why it might have lost. This was just an unfortunate loser. You won't win them all, and this is a great example of that. And that right there concluded our first week of the month. That was literally it. We took 2 trades, up 7.5% overall. Generally, I'd be happy with that for a full month. 7.5% is nothing to scoff at. That is an incredible month. So anything else following that is just a bonus. That is just amazing. And the next month, once again, pretty simple stuff. What we took was this trade on CJ right here. Now this is quite an intuition based trade. Most liquidity supply and demand traders might not see this as a quality setup, but when you see where it's reacting from and generally what kind of trades usually win using the strategy, this is actually a pretty high quality one in my opinion. However, some stuff did go down with this one, but I'll explain it. It's simple stuff once again. So right here we had our demand zone, obviously bullish move, black candle before it. We came down, made our liquidity, came up, and even though we barely broke the high to the left, it still makes it valid. Now generally this actual structure itself isn't very good for a setup, but we're now turning bullish. You can see we had a lot of consolidation, broke out bullish, came down, won from this demand zone, came down to an area where we'd probably go bullish again if we are going to continue bullish. So this is a perfect place to do so. But what happened on this, unfortunately these markings are hindsight. Originally our full TP was over here for a 1 to 7.5 I believe, and what happened was price barely didn't tap it and it came down and hit our break even. The reason I closed at break even rather than letting the full loss run was because we came down with a lot of momentum. I believe there was a news event here that kind of just flipped it bearish for a moment, so there's no reason to really just hold through this and take the full loss. Overall it was basically like it didn't happen. But like I said, in hindsight this should have been a TP1 right here, because this is what, a 1 to 6.5, and then a TP2 at 1 to 10 was pretty easy to look at considering how low we are in the markets. And even though we could have taken this TP1, which would have been 6.5 RR, giving us an easy 3% because we take 50% of our position off at TP1. It's completely fine that this lost. Once again, you have to just make trading simple. Just move on from it. There's nothing you can do about it now that it's happened. This is one of those ones that you can learn from. Maybe I did get a little bit greedy and go for this, but at the end of the day, I didn't even take a loss on this. It might as well just not have happened. And then the next trade of the week was this right here. This might look a little bit weirder, but I'll explain it. So what we had was 1 candle liquidity. Now generally we prefer 2 candle liquidity or higher, as it creates a proper low for price to take out as liquidity. However, in this case, price created quite a nice demand zone for normal supply and demand traders to get in at, which will serve as a fake out zone. As you can see, it got a really nice rejection. Normal supply and demand traders would be in here, but the zone faked out and came down to our zone and we got a rejection. And obviously normal supply and demand traders will have their stop losses just below the zone here, which we take out, reject from our zone. And now I don't really remember what happened here. There might have been news before or something, but we ended up getting on this candle instead of this one. This is just when I sent the trade idea out. There might have been news, or the candle might have not tapped in real time. Obviously broker charts change over a little bit. But yeah, we got on this candle once again. Unfortunately, it lost. Only 2 trades in the week though. I'm only going to take which trades are valid, which trades are good. If there's 5 great setups in a week, then I'm going to take 5 setups. If there's no good setups in a week, then I'm going to take none. That's just how it is. This is how you trade professionally. And honestly, it's more simple than any other way of doing it. Because when you're back testing, you're going to take those setups. You're not going to miss out on those setups. And most likely, you're going to be profitable in back testing. I'm sure lots of you are profitable in back testing and not in live markets. So if you just try and simulate your back testing as clearly as possible in the live markets, then why wouldn't you be profitable? So in my case, I'm going to take all the valid setups that present themselves, whether that's 5 or none. That's just how I'm going to do it. And in this case, it was only 2 for the second week in a row. So yeah, this one ended in minus 1% profit. So overall in the month, we would have been 6.5% up, which is completely fine. Once again, I'd be content if we just ended the month on that profit. But I know I have a profitable edge, so obviously I'm going to continue trading, which is great we did, because on the next week, week 3, we did have a winning setup, which was just after this one had lost. Well, actually it was about like a week after, but once again right here, we created our demand zone by having a heavy push up, came down, created our liquidity, broke the high to the left and came down. Price action down to the zone wasn't great, but we got a really nice reaction from the zone. Had our TP1 set right here, which was at 1 to 4. So we took half our position off, secured 2%, and then it came down and lost. So we secured 2% on this trade. Once prices hit TP1, we closed at break even. So yeah, this was just a pure 2% win. There's not really much to say about this one. Just a pretty simple trade, just one we took. And yeah, I think that was another one of 2 trades on the week. Generally, that's probably an average of how many we're getting at the moment, which is completely normal and completely fine. I'd rather get less trades than more, if anything. And here was the second trade. This one I did call out in the Discord that I was taking with 0.5%, and that was just simply because of timing. It was quite late in the day, and markets do lose some volume later in the day. But yeah, this is actually a really nice setup overall. We obviously had our demand zone, had our level of liquidity right here, broke the high and then came down to the zone. This is just one of those ones where it looks like markets have just purposely done exactly what you want to see. Entry was on break of candle, I believe, and yeah, it doesn't really matter what our TP was because it just came down and slowly lost just after swap hours. Once again, 0.5% loss, completely fine. We made 2% on the GBP CAD trade, so this is a 1.5% week, overall putting us on 8% on the month by this point. However, this last week was pretty incredible overall. Last week was pretty great for us. But are you seeing how simple this is? Literally 2 trades a week, very simple setups. Like, there's really not much to it. We're just taking what comes up, what's valid. Not even looking at the low quality trades, because why would I? It's just an unnecessary risk on my capital that I just don't want to take. But right here, what we had, once again, demand zone created, liquidity created, break of the high, and then it did kind of come down a bit messily, but it was still valid. You could even use this level as liquidity and say that it technically broke this high, because that is quite a nice high for it to break. What the fuck tool have I just used? I went to use this one. But yeah, it came down to the zone. We had an entry just on this candle, as this was a new 4-hour candle. It's not really something I'm going to explain in this video, but new 4-hour candles can make it nice to wait for a bottom wick first. And it did come pretty close to stop loss during the night, but it eventually came up and won very cleanly, so that was nothing to complain about. And this totaled for 4.5%. I didn't even have a TP2 on this. This was just the full trade for me, and that put us at 12.5% on the month very easily. Once again, very simple stuff. Like, this was just not, I didn't overthink this. I just executed the trade as you should. I mean, I have an extra step of sending it to the Discord, but other than that, it's pretty much the same as everyone else. You just see a beautiful setup, you see your entry model getting given, and you just enter. Like, that's all it is. And then finally, I took this trade right here. Unfortunately, I missed this CJ trade. I'm actually not sure why, and this one too. There was actually an insane amount of trades on CJ this month, and basically all of them won, which is pretty fucking crazy. CJ has been fully added back as a pair. If you don't know, CJ used to be a pair back in the day. It was actually one of the only 2 pairs of traders on the 5-minute back in the day, but it got removed because of bad spread. But it is fully back because, oh my god, if I was trading CJ from the start of the month, we would have made close to 50% profit probably. And this one is no exception to that streak of wins. This one, which was fully taken really nicely. Same as always, demand zone created, liquidity created, break of high, clear down to the zone, bullish close, and yeah. We had a TP1 at 1 to 6, or at least I did. I think a lot of people probably just took it at the full 1 to 10, which is just plus 10%. But I take 50% of my position off at TP1, so this ended up being about 8% for me, which is also incredible. That actually tipped over to be a 20% month pretty much perfectly, which is very nice. It's pretty rare that I get a 20% month. I haven't had many in my time trading at all, to be honest. But yeah, this one is just really clean. This is one of the cleanest trades of the month as well. And to be honest, we're just hoping for more like these. So yeah, last month was pretty insane. I'm kind of showcasing all the trades that I took last month as a monthly recap, as well as showing you the simplicity of what I'm doing. I took 2 trades every week. Some of them lost, some of them won, but with some pretty high risk rewards and a decent win rate, we have come out of the month in a lot of profit. So if you literally just trade how you backtest, you should be good, because this is basically what we've done this month. We've traded fairly flawlessly, minus a CJ trade. This should have been an even better month, to be honest. Well, I mean, if we took all these trades, then it would have been a much better month. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll try to get a 5-minute live trade out at some point, you know, for old time's sake. We haven't really had many trades on the 5 minutes so far. I'm not going to force any trades to happen, and the 30 minutes been killing it anyway. So yeah, I'll be looking out for them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.